Welcome back to the Out of Bounds podcast. My name is Charlie Calieri alongside
Gavin Williams.
And today we'll be getting back into the NHL, the NBA, and anything else maybe we want to talk about as well. But right now the second round has been starting for both of those leagues. The playoffs have been ramping up. The intensity is ramping up.
Yeah.
Still a lot of games to be played on every day, which is still fun. About 4 games across both leagues every day, so still getting our fix in. But Gav, how's the season treating you so far? And what are your thoughts right now?
Yeah, NBA's whatever. Sucks. It's awful. It's just the one team I don't want to lose to, just because it's my Chicago Bears of the NBA. But hockey, I'm enjoying every single second of it. I don't like not having stress in the month of May and April for hockey, but this is the first year where I've really enjoyed the silence and enjoyed watching every game that I can, and specifically the Tampa Canadian series. That was a great series, and not last night. The night before that was Hurricanes Flyers Game 2, and
great game.
I don't know, you watched that game?
Yeah.
And the Flyers just outplayed them so badly in that overtime. I felt awful that they lost that game.
Yeah.
But overall, NBA's been awful for me personally. Other than the Celtics, it's been pretty good. But and all Game 7s were all awful in my opinion for the NBA. But all hockey, I'm loving a lot.
I will say this. I agree with you for the most part. Hockey, yeah, I am loving every second of it, except when the Sabres are playing, which I'm still loving. But it's a stressful love. For everybody else, I playoff hockey's the best. I love hearing the outside perspectives from you, from our Leafs correspondent, Ian Kenny, which we will talk about that in a little bit, if you know what I'm talking about. On the NBA side, real quick, I agree with you. Game 7s and the NBA games in general just have not been close.
No, it's either been either 2-point games or 30-point blowouts, and it's no in between.
I understand the 7-point game with free throws at the end, whatever, but those just don't happen anymore. I feel like I think the high nature or high scoring nature of the game now has kind of changed that, where the games are kind of inflated.
They are,
in a way.
I agree.
At the same time, I do think these 4 matchups that we have in the semifinals are going to create, and already have created, a great few games that we've seen. All game 1s are done so far.
That's true.
Some of the teams have a lead. We'll talk about those in the second half of this episode. But let's shift back gears to the NHL.
Let's do it.
Shout out to our hockey fans out there. And let's start with the shocker that happened last night with the Toronto Maple Leafs. The Toronto Maple Leafs drawing the 12 and getting the number 1 overall pick. What a moment.
Wasn't that the first day on the job for the new GM too, or something like that?
Yeah,
they were mentioning.
So on Monday, he was getting publicly bashed by one of the reporters, and basically it turned into this whole thing against him. Not great for that guy. But anyway, yeah, he was getting all that heat. Tuesday morning, it was rumored that Austin Matthews potentially wanted out of Toronto.
Whoa.
Which was obviously huge news going throughout the day up to the lottery. Everybody's like, oh, well, Leafs had the 5th pick. They could drop out. Boston could take that pick from them if 2 teams jump up. That was a scenario. The total opposite ended up happening. Now, Gavin McKenna will be a Toronto Maple Leaf.
Yeah.
Presumably that he goes number 1, which it's looking like it. But him and Austin Matthews
stay out
now,
of trouble.
He found his new Austin Marner, essentially, and that's going to be a good duo potentially for the future if Matthews ends up staying there, and obviously if they do go and draft Gavin McKenna.
Yeah. No, that was definitely underwhelming for me. I know, seeing all that. I think by the time it was for the number 1 pick, the last pick of the last drawing, if that makes sense. So the group of 4 drawing,
With the balls,
yeah. The Rangers had 18.9%, so I was getting.
You guys had 2 balls, yeah.
We had 2 balls, and it was very disappointing. I was actually very pissed last night because of that. Not even getting the 2nd, not getting the 3rd, not getting the 4th. It's just wow, we dropped down to 5th when we're the worst team in the East. It's all for nothing.
I will say
all this retool BS for nothing.
I do like that format.
I do too.
At first, we were all watching, and this is a kind of a funny story. So I didn't remember the draft lottery was on, honestly, until about 10 minutes before it started. I was scrolling through the channels. I was looking for the Yankees game, and I saw right above it on maybe NHL Network or ESPN or whatever.
Yeah, it was ESPN, yeah.
Right above it, it said to the right with the 7 o'clock window, NHL draft lottery. I'm like, oh my God. So Ian walks through the door right at that time. I go, hey, Ian. I go, big night tonight, right? He goes, I don't know what you're talking about, man.
And I didn't know it was last night either.
I was like, draft lottery. He goes, oh my God. So he was walking in with him and our other roommate Cam. They were making tacos last night.
Ooh.
So they were walking in with the taco stuff, and he was like, my mood just got infinitely better.
Oh,
and I was thinking, like,
oh
wow,
yeah,
you're making tacos, and now your mood's getting better.
Cinco de Mayo tacos, and your team gets the first overall pick in the lottery.
But he didn't know that at the time. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
So then we're watching the lottery. I'm like, guys, they're doing the first. I thought it was going to be the old, like, flip the card for 14 and then 13. So they were like, oh, let us know, because they were cooking in the kitchen. Then the balls start going. I'm like, oh my God, they're doing the first pick, and I thought it was like right away.
I thought it was
so. I called them all in. They like turned off everything, and they were like, then we like waited there for like another 30 seconds before the first ball went.
Yeah.
And then it kept. So, long story short, they ended up going back in the kitchen for a little bit until the last balls. And the numbers got revealed after a long commercial break.
Break. It was like 2 or 3 commercials.
Yeah,
and I'm sitting there. I'm like, Stephen A., let's wrap this up here. Come on.
It's a little too much.
More than 15 seconds of these balls spinning.
But when those final numbers came up with those balls, that was electric. Knowing what every team needed.
No, yeah, I did like seeing that, Matt.
And I thought I was seeing things when that 12 popped up. I don't know about you.
Oh, I immediately screamed the F word when I saw the 12 pop up.
I couldn't believe it.
So I read it upside down. I'm like, no way.
I couldn't believe it. I was happy for Ian.
I'm happy for E, but yeah.
Other than that, I'm not very happy about it, but who knows? You never know what's going to happen. So
I do like that format, though. It's a good format.
It's a good format. The NBA did just change their format to I know a little bit about it, but I'm not too
familiar
keen about it. But the Sharks did get the second overall pick, in the presumed consensus second overall pick will be Ivar Stenberg out of Frölunda, out of the SHL, which was, I'm pretty sure, Rasmus Dahlin's team as well.
Oh, no way.
So pretty
sweet.
Cool. Pretty cool right there. Shout out to Ivar. The Sharks are going to get the second overall pick, which is big for them. Because
and they were good this year,
They were pretty good this year. Obviously, Celebrini is probably going to be a Hart Trophy candidate, even without making the playoffs, which is very impressive for a second-year player.
It really is.
And they also have Michael Misa. They have Will Smith. They have William Eklund. Now adding to that forward group, another young forward in Ivar. So a top 5 right there that is elite for the Sharks. If they can fill out the rest of that team, the Sharks are going to be a dirty team in the Pacific Division for years to come. With how bad
I think so too, and right in the Shark Tank.
Right in the Shark Tank. We're going to be seeing playoff hockey pretty soon, hopefully.
I hope hopefully next year. I mean, they took a really big leap this year, so hopefully they can keep building on it.
Yeah, they were in it to the last little bit there, the last little, push to the playoffs. But let's get into the Pacific Division right here. I think that's a good place to start with Vegas and Anaheim, who play tonight as we are recording this, and as the episode will be released today as well. But Vegas and Anaheim, Vegas went up 1-0 last game.
They had a pretty commanding win in game 1 too. I didn't think it was all true. It wasn't like a great game. I just think that I just think that there's too much firepower on the Vegas team right now. I mean, I'm not saying they can't be shut down, because I'm not saying like they're going to win in 4. But I need to see more of that fight that the Ducks had when they were facing the Oilers. They just had a little more physicality than going up in game 1 from the other night. So I'm excited to see if they can tie it up tonight. Hopefully bring it back home with a chance to,
take the lead.
Take the lead. Or, biggest goal when you're lower seed is just stealing one of the first 2.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you can do that, then your eyes on the prize,
I totally agree with you. I think Anaheim was really juiced up before the playoffs, and I think it's dying down a little bit.
I think so too.
And I think Vegas was kind of the opposite way, where now they're kind of ramping up. They're a really scary team when they get going.
Yeah.
And looking at just what they did, Utah was up 2-1 in that series, I'm pretty sure. And then they went on one the last 3. They've won 4 in a row now. Could be 5 tonight. If they win this 5th game in a row tonight in the playoffs, I see them potentially getting out of here in 4 or 5 games against the Ducks, and I hate that,
because they'll be rolling by then.
Yeah, I hate that for the Ducks, but they just kind of, unfortunately for them, I know they faced a really good Oilers team, but when you run to an experienced team that's I mean, only
cup driven
2-3 years removed from a cup.
Yeah.
Mind you, the last team before the Panthers to win the cup.
Yeah.
So Vegas is still a force in the West. If they do get to the conference final, whoever they play on that other side, Colorado. Let's jump to that series now. Colorado winning last night. Another. I don't want to say commanding because that game.
It was a weird game.
It was a close game. Colorado was up for a lot of it.
Yeah.
Obviously took control at the end, but Minnesota, I still believe in them at some point in the series, but Colorado just looks too good.
They look too good right now, and I did not know that this was like the first series win for Minnesota since like 2015 or something like that.
They've been in the playoffs like almost every year, and they lose in the first round.
I actually did not know that. I felt awful when I saw that. I'm like, wow, that's miserable right there. But I think there would be second round exits this year. There's too many guys on the Avalanche this year. There's too many, and I know we were talking about the Wild. We were hyping them up last episode with all their rosters that they have, and they're just not performing the way that they have to be. Because I'm not saying they're performing bad, but just not the way they have to be to beat this team. And luckily, they're going home for the next two.
Right.
They could try to seal this thing at 2-2, 2 apiece. But I think that Colorado's going to steal one on the road.
Go back home 3-1.
Go back home 3-1 and in 5.
Yeah, unfortunately, I agree with you. This is a perfect example for the NHL. If Dallas, Minnesota wasn't enough in the first round, of these two teams should not be playing here right now.
Yeah.
These are the two best teams in the Western Conference. Probably two of the three best teams in the league. Mm-hmm. And it's a shame that Minnesota doesn't get a chance to win 2 playoff rounds for the organization, for the fans, just for themselves. Like, it is the draw that they get. It's kind of just how it is. It's how the format works. Mm-hmm. But I think this is just an indication of it needs to change.
Go back to the 1-8.
Especially if you get, I mean, obviously if Colorado just 4-0s everybody, it's whatever. It wouldn't have mattered anyway. But if Minnesota takes them to 7 and then they sweep Vegas or Anaheim in the next round, then what are we doing?
Yeah, I agree 100%.
So that's all I got to say about that, I guess. But Colorado is probably going to take this series in probably the Western Conference.
I think so too.
Probably the Stanley Cup.
I think so. Yeah,
they are.
At this point, I 100% think that they're wrapping this whole thing up.
When you get to the Cup, though, anything can happen.
This is true.
Yeah, anything can happen. They remind me a lot of the Thunder. It's like every game that they play, you just feel like they're going to win. And in hockey, in basketball, it's easier to get that sense.
It is, yeah.
It's a weird feeling.
Yeah.
Similar team with that aspect. Let's talk about the Hurricanes. You touched on them a little bit before. You want to talk about the Metro? That's your division.
Yeah. I specifically, game 1 was a train wreck for Philly. I mean, that was brutal. And then
that was the case of the rest versus the playing a few days ago.
Yeah. And then we have game 2. Philly starts out hot. They have 2 goals in I think the first 5 minutes or so. And not Craig Anderson. What's his name? Frederick Anderson. Little stunned, but then he went stone cold. Yeah. He stood on his face for the rest of the game. This one, it was such a weird game. The end of the 3rd period, I thought Philly was getting a good sense of all right, we're still in this thing, let's go get it. And all overtime, like I was mentioning earlier, I felt like they had just so much command, and they just had it all. And then Taylor Hall just gets a nice little tip and goal for Carolina. And I think that game 2 gave me hope for the rest of the series that it might be good. Because game 1, I was like, okay, it's going to be 4-0. We'll see you next round, Carolina. But I think the Flyers can at least take one in Philly, which sounds awful.
So
but
let me ask you a question here.
Yeah, go for it.
In this hypothetical, Flyers have played a close game against the Hurricanes. The Wild have not technically really played a close game, even though scoring 6 goals. We didn't even talk about the 9-6 game.
9-6, yeah. Game 1.
Who has a better chance of going back home for game 6 and potentially playing a game 6, the Flyers or the Wild?
I think the Wild do, just because I still believe in their team more than I believe in the Flyers team, specifically roster-based. But
you think Colorado loses 2, though?
I can see the Wild taking 1 at home and stealing game 5. So, but it's not going to be both in a row. I think they win. They bring it to 2-1. Then they steal 1 in Colorado for 3-2, and then Colorado gets done 7. But I don't see the Flyers will have to win both of these games at home, in my opinion.
Okay.
And I don't think that that's feasible.
All right, fair enough.
I think Minnesota can win one at home.
I think
that's what's
like
getting
weird,
me there.
I mean, like, because you know what I mean? Like, the Flyers played a closer game, but they're maybe a worse team. I mean, we saw it with Ottawa in the first round. They played 4 close games against Carolina, but didn't get out there. Kind of similar first 2 games in this series. So we'll see if Philly can tighten that gap. Maybe steal a game at home.
That'd be cool.
Maybe 2.
Yeah.
If they win Game 3, Game 4 is gonna be great. If not, still playoff hockey. So I love it.
True.
But I want to hear your thoughts about this next series right now. Which
I'm pumped.
The only one that has not started yet.
Yeah.
Which not sure how I feel about that, but I do like
because of the Game 7.
We haven't played in like a week. It's been 6 days.
It's been too much rest, in my opinion. In hockey, that's way too much rest.
That's too much rest without playing a 6-game series, and you get 6 days off after that.
Yeah.
I understand the other series went 7, but
it shouldn't be that long though.
This series, and if you're not, keen to what we're talking about right now, we're talking about the Sabres Canadiens. Shout out to
which we both did predict.
Shout out to the
in
Sabres.
The beginning of the playoffs.
But we used like our rest day in between games before the series, so now we play every other day.
Huh.
So
it's
it's kind of a sprint now for our series, which is fun because both teams are in it. So it's kind of like, I mean, you can't complain about it. But us and Montreal need Philly to start winning some games in that series.
That's true. You can't give
we're
Carolina
thinking about
that.
the conference finals here, because one of us will get there, which is crazy to say, and electric. So
and very electric. Yeah.
I want to hear your thoughts about this series as a whole first, and maybe a little bit about both teams.
Yeah. I think the biggest thing was I was really praying for the Canadiens to win this series, just because I want to see both these home crowds go after it, because we have 2 exciting playoff venues.
All the playoff venues that are left are great.
They are.
I will say that.
Yeah. Even Anaheim. Anaheim's been bringing it.
Yeah, Duck Pond, yeah.
Duck Pond's been bringing it. But specifically in Buffalo, I like that they have the home ice advantage here. I think that's really big for them. And I think, though, there's something special about the Sabres being on the road. They just took on an identity when they went into Boston with being this road warrior kind of mentality. I mean, what you guys win? You guys 1 and 2 at home?
We went 3. Yeah, we went 1 and 2 at home, 3-0 on the road.
So I mean, I think that there's like this road warrior persona that they needed, specifically against this crowd in the Bell Center. Wow, that's gonna be nuts. Now moving on to the Canadiens. If they're one place that you're gonna want to play, it's gonna be in Buffalo. I'm not shitting out. Excuse my language. I'm not cursing on Buffalo. I'm just saying, for their team and their experience. Well, okay. That was just a tough draw. You're going to Boston or you're going to Buffalo. Those are both bad. Like for like,
but
great.
Boston has more experience than us.
Boston has more playoff experience, I guess. I don't know, but these 2 teams are pretty young in the playoffs per se. I mean, just because both these teams have been out for the past couple of years, I don't know. This is a great series. I think that the Canadiens will take this one in 6, but I think every game will be within a goal or 2.
Yeah, I don't really know. Honestly, I'm not going to give a prediction for the series. I'm not. Just because I don't want to.
I respect that.
And I think that's okay.
That is okay.
But I am nervous for this series, man. Like Bills playoff games, yeah, you get nervous for it, but it's ripping the Band-Aid off. It's 4 hours.
It is, yeah.
In 4 hours, that's what the result's going to be. I got to wait potentially 2 weeks to figure out to see the result of this series. And that's killing me to think about. And obviously, as they say, you got to take it a game at a time. So
it's a good problem to have.
Starting today, Wednesday, focus on game 1. At home, you got to win game 1. You have to start it off. You got to take care of home ice. You got to put the right foot forward on home ice like you did last series. Mm-hmm. Punch them in the mouth. Maybe not literally, because you want to play more clean this series than last series.
That was a little crazy.
They're a little bit less of a physical team, Montreal, so you got to kind of play to that a little bit. But punch them in the mouth, win the first game. That's the biggest key. And go into Montreal and win one of those games too. Easy to say, obviously, but in my mind, if we can get past game 4 and it's tied 2-2,
I like your odds,
I feel like
too.
we're in a good spot playing 2 of the 3 last games at home.
I agree. I do like that for you guys.
So, it's a mini series inside of the series. You got to win.
So we thought you have to take it though.
Yeah, you got to
always have to take it like that.
You got to. I mean, obviously you got to take it one game at a time, but you got to win the little battles, the little series within the series. So
yeah,
I think that's really important. Got to win 2 of the first 4, but it starts in game 1. Got to win tonight.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. That should be a good one. I will be tuning in. That'll be on the big screen tonight.
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock
On TNT and True TV, whichever one you choose. I'll be on the TNT broadcast.
I will also be on the TNT. Unfortunately, no MSG broadcast anymore.
Oh yeah, done for the season.
That is unfortunate, but apparently it's still the pre and the post game show, which is
that's kind of nice.
Pretty cool.
I do like. I like both TNT and ESPN's crews for the pregame though. I like both their crews.
Yeah. I don't really know.
I always get to see 2 of my guys. So.
It's just like the ESPN broadcast I don't love. I like the TNT one better than the
TNT one is better.
Broadcast.
I agree.
With your guy,
Hank. I mean,
with
like
your guy.
I got to see Hank. I mean,
yeah,
I only like the ESPN one because of Mark Messier.
He's a well cut man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's like clean.
Which one?
Like Hank.
Oh yeah, Hank's always been clean.
Like, you know what I mean? He's just so proper. Like,
he is.
He's the king.
He's a Swede
He's
too.
the king, man. He's the king.
He's the king.
Love the Swedes, man. Shout out Darlene. Shout out Hank.
Yeah, shout out to Benajed too.
If your name is Scotty Williams, shout out. And have a day.
Have a day.
We will be going into the NBA right now. And it's pretty exciting, honestly. I am pretty hype for the end of these NBA playoffs.
I am too.
Last night, we probably had the 2 worst series, I guess, of the 4.
Yeah.
So that night's going to be a little bit worse, potentially. But the Thunder Lakers were last night. The Pistons Cavs were also last night.
That was just like a weird game for Pistons Cavs. That was just weird. Thunder Lakers, we were expecting it. But Pistons Cavs were playing well. And then they just folded.
Yeah, and then they came back. Very weird
folded.
game. Felt like the Pistons were gonna take game 1. I know that sounds weird, but both teams were playing in a game 7 on the same day
on Sunday.
Cavs had to travel. Pistons did not. I think that's obviously important.
It was only like a 1-point game, but it did not feel like a 1-point game at all.
Yeah,
I don't know how to describe it. There was just I don't know. It's hard to describe what that game was like.
With this being said, I still think Cleveland wins this series.
I do too.
They looked better for most of the game, I will say, and it's just showing once again the Pistons do not have a secondary scoring option. It's all Cade. If Tobias Harris isn't going, they have nobody else. I love Tobias Harris. I mean, he saved the Clippers for a few years, a year or a year and a half in between when we were kind of in the lull in between our eras. And he saved us, and I will forever be grateful for Tobias Harris for that. But if he's not going, the Pistons are not going.
I agree,
and that can't be the key that turns the lock.
I think the key that turns the lock is not necessarily about the secondary scorer. I think it's just finding ways to get James Harden to turn the ball over more because he has 43 turnovers.
They haven't had a problem with that.
43 turnovers this playoffs. That's disgusting. I mean, how do you even do that?
I know. But also, so do you think the Pistons win the series?
I don't. I think that the Cavs probably get it done in 6.
I agree. I
think they ended at home, rain the land.
I mean, because
I see it going 5.
I think they go up 3-1 because I think they win the next 3. Yeah. Honestly, I think they win both at home, and I think they win game 2.
I see them going up 3-1.
I really do.
And then it's like you get the win because like they got their backs against the wall.
Yeah. The Pistons?
They got their backs against the wall. They're
People
playing
are
at home.
Like, they're coming back 3-1 again.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're at home. And then it's done in the land.
Yep.
I think Donovan Mitchell has been playing much better this playoffs than his past 3 years.
Yep.
I think the biggest thing for Donovan Mitchell that I've seen in his career is his late game in the playoffs. He's awful in the late game.
Yeah. And it's a problem because Harden is not historically known for being great either, so not a great closeout team.
Yeah,
I will say Jared Allen did a great job of closing out that game 7 for them against Toronto. But once again,
he started hot.
Jared Allen can't be the guy to do that.
No.
But we're saying all these guys. The Pistons only have Cade Cunningham to really run through at the end.
I do like how Jalen Duren's playing this playoffs. He's been playing phenomenal for them. Those last 3 against Orlando. Plus,
I don't know. I think for him, besides physicality, the Pistons don't have anything really on the Cavs. So
no,
I think
really.
he might have a better series this series. And yeah, he played a little bit better maybe in the last 2 games of that Magic series, but before that I think he was awful.
Well, he only scored like 7 points a game before that.
No, I know.
But I'm
he
saying
doesn't
like the
shoot the ball.
finishing.
But during the regular season he was shooting the ball no problem, and now he just is scared to shoot. So
that's a weird series.
Cavs
man.
have more scoring options. I feel like it's weird
They have
because
a deeper bench
the Pistons
too.
did win, and they're the 1 seed, but I feel all the confidence in the Cavs to come back and win the series. So
I don't feel like they won that game 1. I don't know. That's just like it's a weird
right?
game.
Weird feeling. Let's go.
I don't
into
like that series.
The West right now. The other game that happened last night, and then we'll get into the games that are happening tonight.
Yeah.
Thunder Lakers.
Just
man, the
bad.
Thunder are just a juggernaut.
It's funny because I this whole year I've hated the Thunder. I just found them so annoying. But like last night was probably the first night where I actually enjoyed a Thunder basketball game.
Me too.
It's also because I hate the Lakers so much.
Yeah, watching the Lakers go. And it's fun watching LeBron go off, too. He had 27 last night.
Yeah.
And he went off in the first quarter, too.
He did.
But it is fun to watch. That's going to be the fun part of the series is watching the Thunder dominate and watching LeBron play on the playground kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because if Reeves was awful yesterday.
He was awful. Awful.
I think he shot, at one point, he was 1 for 11 shooting.
Yeah.
And if Luka...
Is he ever going to play?
Probably won't come back this series, especially if they're just down.
If they're down,
going to lose. Like, why would he? But the Thunder... And tell me if I'm crazy here. Did the Warriors do this kind of stuff? Like, beat teams like this back in the day? Because I don't remember it being this bad.
Not this bad.
I don't remember it being this bad in this, like,
I don't
game in the
remember it being
fourth
this
quarter.
bad.
Like, Shea was only in the game in the fourth quarter to try to get 20, and he just couldn't. That was the only reason why he was in. Other than that, they didn't need him in the game. They don't. It's crazy. They don't need their arguably second best player right now against the Los Angeles Lakers because they're that good. They didn't need him for 60 games of the year because they're that good, and they still won over 60 games. Like, that's unbelievable.
When is he coming back?
Whenever he wants. He said I'm not rushing to get back. He said that. In the
so
playoffs.
He's healthy?
He's healthy.
J-Dub's healthy?
He's healthy. I think he's like 85%.
Like he could
75. Go. Yeah, he could go, but they don't need him to.
I don't blame him.
Isn't that insane?
That is disgusting.
And they're still dominating these teams when he it's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yeah. It goes to show how good and how well the Pacers were coached and played last year in the finals.
Yeah, Rick Carlisle really had himself a year last year because this year was atrocious.
Because you take those 3 games they lost in that series, that's a good chunk of the percentage of games they've lost in the last calendar year. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
I see the Lakers I see the Thunder getting it done in 5. I just don't think LeBron gets swept. That's all.
I agree. I think they maybe take 1. I don't know though, dude.
But if there's a year where LeBron gets swept, it's this year.
Yeah, and then it would be easy for people to be like, LeBron isn't that the whole thing? LeBron hasn't got swept. Or
I think
whatever.
LeBron's gotten swept once.
Oh yeah, he got swept in the finals.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He did.
I think it was the first round. I think it was the first round, and people were saying whatever.
Well, he also got swept one of the first rounds when he was on the Lakers too. I can't remember which
true?
one. I think.
Not tapped in with my Lakers history.
I'm just gonna do a little quick Google search.
But anyway, the Thunder are destined right now. It looks like to, the way this other series on the Western Conference, and we'll talk about that right now. The Timberwolves and Spurs. The Spurs looked great. A few of the guys looked great in their first game, but the Timberwolves somehow looked better.
3 times.
Wow.
3 times. 2007 finals when the Cavs lost to the Spurs.
Yeah.
2018 finals, and then the 2023 Western Conference finals
against
Denver.
Yeah, Denver.
I forgot about that series. That series
so the conference finals
in the finals.
It's pretty impressive.
That is pretty impressive
to get there. And mind you, that Lakers team was a 7th seed.
They were.
So.
Then they beat the Warriors there, right?
Yeah. So that that's pretty crazy.
Let's move on though. I mean, what you're saying.
This next series, the Spurs and the Timberwolves, what a game 1.
How is Ant back?
He's unreal.
Have you seen his knee? Did you see the injury?
Yeah,
that was disgusting.
I don't know
how he's playing. And he played great.
And he's balling.
Very efficient.
And he's balling.
And he played 25 minutes in that first game. Very efficient.
I think that's what they just. I mean, if he can go in there and give them half the game,
I think so too. Yeah, that's a good start.
He's still gonna give you something.
He had like 18 points in like his 25 minutes.
But they are going to need Jaden McDaniels, Julius Randle,
they're gonna need
and Rudy Gobert to keep going. I will say they were balling last game.
They did. They had a great game.
They played great.
And that's always a tough crowd when they have the colors in San Antonio.
Very cool. I just want to touch on real quick how, once again, insane, that might be the word of the episode, Wemby. I mean,
most blocks in a playoff game
11 blocks. 11 blocks. This NBA season has given us some crazy numbers that don't seem real. Bam's 83.
Yeah, that was so fake though.
Unreal.
That game did. I
don't scored 83.
I don't count that game.
Insane,
he was nah. That
I
game
know it was kind of cheese. And we probably will see another game like that soon.
We will now.
Yeah, I think it's opened the door.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think that Kobe's 81 game was now like it's not the same what it used to be.
They were calling it an ethical. Was that what it was? An ethical 81 and an unethical 83?
Yeah.
Anyway, that was an ethical 11 blocks. Besides the one maybe that people were saying was a goaltender or whatever. But Wemby's just so good that half the blocks that he's going to have look like goaltends. But
he had a tough time from a 3-pointer though.
Yeah, he shot like 0 for 9 from 3.
Yeah, 0 for 8 from 3. Then he shot 5 from 17 from the field.
But he still a triple-double. That's why they lost the game though. Wemby needs to be better shooting and not shoot as much and be smarter.
Yeah. He needs to know where he needs
to win the game.
Too.
They only lost. I mean,
by 2.
They only lost by 2. Yeah, in that game.
That was a great game.
And then they had a shot at the buzzer to win it. Julian Champagnie kind of rushed the shot. It kind of honestly it looked like they were playing hot potato with the ball at the last few seconds. Wemby had it, and then Harper had it, and then I think it got passed back to Harper, or Champagnie back to Harper, and then back to Champagnie.
Sounds right.
Yeah, this series is going to be great if Ant can stay on the floor. What do you think about predicting in this series?
Man, this is a tough series because it all depends on Ant for me. And just depends like if he can go in and do what he did every game. I mean, having 25 minutes is good. Can he get to 30? Can he get to 32 by the end of the series? I don't know. Overall, I think the Spurs will win the series. I can't tell you a game amount, though. I'm going to say 6, but it doesn't feel right getting them to win in Minnesota. I want them to win at home to end the series, but I don't think they get it done in 5. And I don't think they get it done in 7. I think that's too much. So I'm going to go in 6 in Minnesota. San Antonio gets it done.
The series is very interesting just because of the fact that Minnesota does have experience. I mean, the last 2 years they've made it to the Western Conference Final. Hasn't gone their way in that round, but nonetheless, they're 3 wins away from getting back there. I think that's going to play a factor in the series. So
an Ant.
I think the series is going 7.
Okay.
I think whether he gives you 25 a game or whatever, I think they can win 2 of the next 5. Essentially, if you want to think about it like that,
okay.
I think they can win 2 of the next 5, and I think they can push us back to San Antonio Game 7. Now, when you get back there, I don't know what's going to happen.
That is the hard part.
I'm going to leave that up to the basketball gods to determine that in Game 7 if it gets there in San Antonio. But either way, I think whoever gets out of the series will be losing to the Thunder. And I think that's apparent. After that game,
and it's too bad with how
after that first game. If the Spurs end up winning that game, I might have some more faith in the Spurs. But knowing that they are kind of a mortal team as well,
they're human.
Yeah, it's easy to say that the Thunder are gonna run through the Western Conference. So
very fair, very fair. Let's go over to the East for the last matchup with the New York Knicks and the Philadelphia 76ers. We have what was a blowout. It was a 39-point game, right? I think they won by 30. I think New York won by 39, if I'm not mistaken.
It was a lot.
It was awful. It was
a lot, yeah.
But it was amazing for me to watch that. It's one of those things where I hate both these teams, but I hate the Sixers more. So I'm rooting for the Knicks for the first time ever in my life. And it was great. I enjoyed every single second of that beatdown in Game 1. And I hope every game, I hope they sweep them. I think the Knicks are going to the finals, and I think they get swept in the finals. I made that prediction today. I think they go to the finals, they meet the Thunder, and then sweep.
Wow.
Or at most 5 games. At most, I don't see like an Indiana miracle like last year. I don't want to say miracle because they were a legit squad, but I don't see this Indiana fiery team, down and dirty team like Indiana from last year, where they have guts and they have poise. And they have that underdog mentality. Nobody in the East that's left. I don't see the Sixers making it out of the series, and then I don't see anybody beating the Knicks between the Pistons and Cavs based on matchups. So I have the Knicks going, but I don't see any of the remaining 4 teams stealing one game out of the Thunder. If that from the East, stealing one game out of the Thunder.
Wow, that's a bold prediction right there.
I am.
I'm gonna hold you to that.
I'm gonna say the Knicks are gonna steal one at home, and that's it. Game 3 they're gonna take.
Only the Knicks.
That's it. Only the Knicks. All the others swept.
I'm gonna take you on that. I think that if the Knicks get there, yeah, they win one game.
And MSG,
but I'm gonna take any other team if they do get there to win a game.
Yeah,
it's the NBA Finals. You got to win a game. Okay. And I will say, out of the sweeps that we've seen in recent memory, I think in the finals, it's only been that once.
2018.
With the Cavs, and that team was awful.
The team was garbage.
The team was awful besides LeBron James, and they were going up against the literal Avengers.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, that was a disgusting Warriors
even the
team.
Heat that one year with them, the 8 seed, got a game against the Nuggets. So
they did get game
I think
4?
any of these teams can win a game. A game.
Okay.
And maybe not the Pistons. but I do want to point something out. We probably won't have an episode before Sunday, I'm assuming.
No, I know. We'll have one next week to wrap it up.
May 10th, 2026 at 3 p.m. Get your popcorn ready. It's a big day for some of us fans that didn't make the playoffs. It's the NBA draft lottery. It's a big day for me as a Clippers fan because I was in this very seat when this day was going to be became important to me. I guess when Zoo got traded.
Oh yeah.
And we got Benedict Mathurin, we got Isaiah Jackson, we got another pick, swap,
2nd round pick, right?
and we got this pick or the pick in 2020 or 2030.
Oh yeah.
Or something. So this would be huge. Either we end up with the 5th or the 6th pick. We have a 47.9% chance to do it. Right now, I will be spinning one Tankathon.
Oh, nice.
Live.
Yeah, let's see.
And I will be doing this, and this will be the official draft lottery results.
All right.
All right, ready? Doing it right now. Sim lottery, and the Pacers ended up getting the 1st overall pick.
That's crazy.
So the Clippers would not end up.
They would not have the pick.
So this would be the Pacers. The Bulls jump up to number 2 in this. The Atlanta Hawks, via the New Orleans Pelicans trade with Derek Queen last year, move up to number 3. And the Wizards go down to number 4.
Wow.
So that would wrap up the top 4 right there. That would be unfortunate for me. If, you know what, though? I will say this. I'm not rooting against the Pacers. I like the Pacers because and I'm glad that Zoo's there because that's a team now I was already rooting for, and now I can root for even harder because
that's true.
I think next year in the Eastern Conference, I think they might be my pick to get back.
They might.
With Tyrese coming back, with Pascal having a great season this year on a terrible team, but a great season.
Just all of them
Zoo's gonna be great.
Coming back. Zoo getting a full year with that team.
Full year, full off season with them team. It's gonna be
They're gonna be disgusting.
Fun team next year.
Rick's a great coach too.
But I do hope for them. It's a good situation either way. It's either we get a pick down the line, which who knows what's going to be in that draft. You never know.
It's true.
You never know. But for this class, obviously, it'd be nice to get a top 5 pick, top 6.
It's a good class.
Top 6 pick.
It's a good top 5 class.
But I do hope the Pacers get the number 1 overall pick. That'd be cool.
Okay.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's Sunday at 3:00. Stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for 1, maybe 2 more episodes coming next week.
We'll see.
We got some time next week.
We got some time. We'll find a way.
Yeah, we will find a way. Gav, you got anything?
Oh, man. Playoffs are great. Not only playoffs, we still got some golf going. I've been loving the golf.
All right.
And my biggest thing I have left, the last thing I'm holding on to by the ropes, Cuse men's lacrosse. Can they get it done this year? The way for
Joey. To the dance, right?
Yeah. Yeah, first game is this Sunday, 5 o'clock against Yale.
Yale.
In the Dome.
Okay.
Huge first matchup.
Is that round of 32?
No, they have 18, and then they have 2 play-ins. So then it's like a...
When do the play-ins happen?
Today, I think.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, 4 days in between.
Yeah. So, Yale round 1, and then more than... if we get past them, more than likely... North Carolina round 2.
All right.
Which we've already...
the rematch, right?
We lost to them 2 times this season.
Wow.
So...
Tough to beat a team 3 times.
Tough to beat a team 3 times. So go Cuse, Joey Spallina. Go submit your legacy. Get that ring for the Orange. First time since 2009, hopefully.
All right. 2009, shout out to the Yankees.
Yeah.
And go Sabres. And as always, enjoy the playoffs, and have a day.
Have a day.